Snacks and drinks. Okay, guys, you're gonna need your snacks and drinks because we've got a juicy battle today, and this one is a long one, so you're gonna hear my cringy commentary for a pretty long time. And guys, never forget your siege pants like these men right here did. So this is a 4 vs 4. We are using the overhaul mod, which I'm sure you could tell by these what are these guys, by the way? Trident fanatics. So of course every group and following has their fanatics, and here's the Atlantis fanatics, or Atlantean fanatics. Anyways, yeah, we're playing the New World Overhaul mod. It's basically adds a lot of the myth and legend type factions to the game, like Atlantis. They also added, some factions did exist, and they're just kind of, added some creative, just like for example, there's Troy over here, and they kind of made their own Troy. It's just really cool. It's cool. You also have the Amazonians, which is the purple faction over here. So you have the fine. Oh wait, these are men. Oh wait, well they're like mixed in. Wait, I'm pretty sure there's like all female units. Hold on. You know what? I think way in the back. Where are these lovely ladies? Here they are. Look at these lads, or lasses, I should say. So we have the Amazonian Royal Hoplites sitting in reserve. So look at the eyes. They are just like they're just steaming right now. They are ready for war. They look angry, but yet they're stuck in a daydream. I don't know. But yeah, the Amazonians are here. So it's a pretty cool mod, and it's gonna be fun to play. Now, I do want to say that this is my very first video, guys, in the new house. So you might hear a little bit of an echo because I don't have, I don't have all the furniture in, and I also don't have the proper noise canceling foam stuff on the walls that prevents echoes. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, so if you hear a little bit of an echo, that's why, just letting you guys know. And also this battle replay was sent in by Joe On It. He has his own YouTube channel that is linked down in the video description. So let's go to normal speed. Let's check out these factions and let's get this battle underway. So we'll start with the attackers. We have Atlantis, who is attacking the left side. So a little bit of the left center, I guess. And then we have the center being attacked by a normal Rome 2 faction. This is Gaty. I'm pretty sure they're a normal faction. I don't know if they have any new custom units. I don't think so. And then next to them we have Gnosis or Kenosis, which is the Greek faction. So very cool to have them. They got some Marines leading the way, which is really cool. And then next to them, we have the Persians. So again, Persians existed. They weren't like legend, but I think they, added some, fantasy-inspired armor. I don't know. I mean, they're not too crazy. Yeah, so yeah, Persia looks awesome. I like it. So those are the 4 attacking factions. Let's go ahead and look at the defenders here. So we'll start with Troy, because we saw them earlier. So Troy is on the battlefield. Very cool. They got their awesome swordsmen. And then we have Sparta, who's holding the right. This would be their right flank. So Sparta, I think this is just normal Sparta. And they actually have some troops sallied out, which is pretty interesting. And then, of course, we have the Etruscans. The Etruscans on the battlefield. So cool. Look at these guys. Wait, these are the Amazonians. What are you doing? Get out of here. We already saw you guys. Let's see. Here they are. Look at this. Look at this armor. Very cool. Now, the Etruscans were the very early adversary. Words are hard today. Jeez. But yeah, pretty cool. Very cool looking faction. They actually, I don't know. I kind of really like this design here for the Etruscans. It looks awesome. And then, like I said, of course, we have the Amazonians and men of Amazonia. Oh, they got the men out here as well, but they're not as good. All right, so let's go back to where I think it's gonna start here, where it's already begun. Gaty has sent in Gaty. I never get this faction name right, but I'm just gonna stick with Gaty. But they are pushing up some spears to kind of lead the way here. We have Troy, who's holding with their Purigan infantry. So these guys are equipped with some short swords, big bronze shield. They look pretty cool. Got that traditional, like, Greek armor, which I forgot the name of. But they're going to reinforce this and hold this wall against this initial attack. Now, I think this spear unit was just sent forward to try to silence the artillery. At least that's what I think he's trying to do here, because I don't think, you know, sending one spear unit alone at the walls is a great sound strategy in terms of conquering the settlement. So I think he just sent it as a suicide unit to silence this artillery and hopefully cover the advance of his allies. Now, we do have a unit of spear warriors who are burning down this arrow tower. Again, I like the idea of burning down arrow towers because, hey, you don't have to worry about it. But you could potentially use this arrow tower for your own advantage when you capture it. Now, is it? I don't. It's just a gamble, I guess. It's kind of like, well, yeah, you could capture it, but by the time you capture it, all the defenders are too far away and they've fallen back, and it's pointless. Maybe that's his mindset, where it's like, you know what? It's better this thing just be gone, and we burn it down, and it is almost completely 100% fire damage. Once that happens, it will start taking normal damage, which is kind of weird. You would think it would take normal damage as the fire. Yeah. There it goes. And it's going to burn down very quickly. So Sparta, I think, has sent their troops back in. The Atlantis forces, the Atlantean. Sorry, Atlantean reminds me of Atlanta. But I'm pretty sure Atlantean, that's how you would say it. The Atlanteans. Atlantis, the great city. But yeah, they're pushing forward on this, and I'm really glad they are pushing on this side. Though it's going to be very tough. There's not a lot of places where you can put siege towers. It's good to really spread out the defenders and try to attack on every single point that you can. Now, here comes a huge push from Gaety. They have some Sia warriors. They are a medium melee infantry. I've actually never seen them before. But I don't play this faction that often, mostly because I can't pronounce it. No, that's not why. There they go. They're going to charge into Troy, and they're going to try to soften up their infantry, but Troy doesn't want any of that, and they're actually falling back, and they've really let Gaety kind of take control of this area. Now, back over here, we have Kenosis, or Gnosis. I've heard people pronounce it, I think British people pronounce it Kenosis, and Americans pronounce it Gnosis. I don't know. I'm just going to go with Kenosis, because that just sounds cooler to me. You know what's really weird is so I was watching James Bond, the one from like 2008. I think it was like the first one with the new Daniel whatever guy. I think that's his name. I don't remember his name. Anyways, when British people say ma'am, like yes ma'am, you know when you refer to a male as sir, female ma'am. When British people do it, they sound like they're saying mom. Yes mom. And when I first heard that, I was like, wait, is that his mom or something? Like, yes mom? No, oh, they're saying ma'am. And then like when they say mom, it's mum. You know, it's just British people. They're just weird. It's just come on. They can't speak. They invented the language. It's named after them, but they can't even, you know, pronounce words correctly. Like, it's aluminum, okay? No, I'm just kidding. I like how they say ma'am. Yes, mom. Anyways, back to the battle. Before I go on my rant here. Troy is doing his best to hold this outer area. Things are going to get pretty interesting now that the Persians are here with a lot of their infantry not even contested. They're kind of advancing forward, and they are going to clash with the Trojans. And, you know, Troy doesn't like defending. The Trojans are sick of defending, but yet they have to defend again. So, yeah, you know, this settlement right here, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this settlement. We've covered many battles on this one. They all play out this way, and it makes sense. The reason it does is because this right here is the most important position for the attackers to attack. You take control of this, you can then push upward here and clear out the... Wow, they are committing a lot of troops up here That's kind of surprising. But yeah, you can push up here, clear it out, and then use this little like, I don't know, vantage point, I guess you could say, where you could fire, you know, put your archers here and fire at the defenders as they try to hold, you know, this region here. So yeah, I've never seen a defense commit this many troops into defending this little section, because there is no way out. So once you're up here, guys, the only way down is down this ramp, and if the attackers control it, yeah, you're gonna have to fight to the death. And it looks like these men here, and women, I guess, is there? Yeah, there's women, I think, right here. Yeah, there's some women. So they're gonna have to fight to the death, and that's what they're going for. And the defense looks like it's crumbling very quickly. The Persians are pushing through. The Trojans are falling to the Persians and Knossos. We also have Gati over here pushing in some troops as well. The Etruscans send in some Italian spearmen just to try to bolster this front line. It is a little framey, guys. Just, you know, it's a 4v4, so there's a lot of moving pieces in the battle. So it's, you know, it's killing the performance. That's how it is. But yeah, they're gonna fall back and regroup. We got another unit, Etruscan Manipular Infantry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, they this is the heavy, deadly infantry. Ooh, they just turned their backs. They could get shot down a little bit. This guy's on fire, and he's like, no big deal. Oh, they're gonna regroup. I see. Ooh, they turned kind of at a good time there because we have a lot. Look at this. Look at all the projectiles coming in. This is awesome. These units look so cool. The Etruscans. What if the Etruscans beat the Romans? What do you think would happen, guys? What if the Etruscans conquered Rome? All right, anyways, let's but seriously, I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think the Etruscans would just end up like Rome, where they would conquer the known world like the Romans did? It's hard to say. I mean, there's not a big difference between Romans and Etruscans that much. If anything, people claim the Romans, or maybe they did, they claimed, you know, they took a lot of their culture, you know, their style. But yeah, the Atlanteans are pushing up, and Sparta's kind of doing the same kind of strategy of a bend but don't break strategy, where they've given up a lot of ground, and Gati is being a great support player. They're kind of everywhere, but they're now charging, and Sparta's actually falling back these light melee units, and they are pushing up the Royal Spartans to hold back these spear warriors. So the fight for the inner walls is still underway. The Atlanteans are pushing up a hoplite unit to push up a ram, so that's good. They're going to use that gate. But it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. Look at this. Knossos is already attacking the ramp, which is a really gutsy play because there's still a lot of units kind of in their way that they need to take care of. More units coming down here. Ooh, what are these guys? Trojan slingers. The Trojans look really cool too. So, again, I've seen defenses out here that have held much longer than what the defenders have done in this battle. And I don't think they're doing a bad job per se. I think they're just going with a bend but don't break mentality, where they're fighting a little bit, but they're okay with them giving up some ground. Because keep in mind, guys, a lot of the times when people play this settlement, they often play for time, as in trying to win by the timer running out. So you can put up defenses that you know are going to lose, but will take time to kill. And you know, obviously, that's the attackers. It's a race against the clock, and they have to attack hard and quickly. And that's why I like playing with the timer on, because it puts a little fire under the attackers. Because I've played in siege battles where there wasn't a timer and attackers took forever, and it's just not fun. So when you have this hour time, I mean, it's an hour, that's plenty of time. plenty of time. But yeah, this is cool. This is a nice Etruscan defense, and they're putting up a hell of a defense here. Really nice job. They're actually breaking Kenosis, the Cretan hoplites. We also have the swordsmen from the Persians. Over here, the Etruscans are also holding. So this mighty Etruscan hoplite unit is very cool. And then over here, we have the Spartans fighting with the Amazonians. Which is why you can hear the women screaming and yelling. Oof. A lot of projectiles coming in here. Oh, it's the Persians. So the Persians gonna throw in the swordsmen to reinforce and try to break through these Amazonians, who are putting up a hell of a fight. Who says women can't fight? I'm not gonna get into it. All right. What was Amazonians and Spartans? They're doing a good job. They're doing a good job. They are losing the arrow towers, which is gonna turn against them. But they still control most of this area, and it's been a hard on. Sorry, I'm thinking of the Amazonians. It's been a hard defense and a hard attack. A difficult. Let's use difficult. That's a better word for that. But yeah, really good defense. I do like the fact that, sure, they died very quickly in this outer area. I mean, look, they barely even fought here. You can see there's a couple pockets of death where they stood their ground, but it's mostly all been over here. Now, unfortunately, the Etruscans just fell. Either he fell back, I think he did. Yeah, he fell back and is now holding these choke points, and they are getting shot to death. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, what unit? These guys look heavily armored, right? Heavily armored, but they are getting destroyed. Is the heavy bowmen. The heavy bowmen are just landing these crazy hits on the Etruscan infantry. That's disgusting. That was disgusting, guys. Alright, so now this is kind of cool. I love the fact that the players are holding with a good chunk of their army in this section. I like that because it's a good spot to defend. It's one single point that you can attack. You can really put your archers up here and really fire down. It's gonna be good. Now again, this is a time thing, in my opinion. They're killing the clock. They're making the attackers have to deal with this. Here we go, Troy. They got the tower shield spearmen. So epic. Look at these guys. Why is it that modders can make a better Troy than CA? Why is that? Oh man, not to get into. Let's keep it positive here. Let's keep it friendly. All right, so Cretan hoplites are engaging the tower shield spearmen. I'm seeing a lot of arrows come down. Where is that coming from? Is that still? Oh, I think maybe the Persians are opening fire on them. But yeah, that's a smart play. You definitely want to try to soften up the defenders, because that is one bad thing about this area. Is you see how they're holding over here? Their flanks are exposed to potential arrows, and that's going to definitely soften them up. And, you know, there's just nothing to take cover for them on this flank. So you definitely want to use your archers if you're trying to soften up the defenders. You know, use your archers here. But I love the fact that these guys look just like the Trojan movie. What was it? What was it just called? Troy? With Brad Pitt, and that's all I know. I'm not good with actor names. Alright, so the Etruscans are now holding on this side. Again, they're a very good spot to hold. It's 2 little choke points. And again, they're playing that clock. Now, we do have some arrow fire coming down. Is that coming from over here? I think so. Oh, yes, the Amazonian archers. Amazonian archers. Look at these lovely ladies. They never blink or show any kind of emotion except looking very serious. And there we go. They're breaking the Kenosis hoplites. They're going to send in reinforcements with another unit of hoplites to reinforce. Try to bring down this defense. Now back over here, look at this, guys. The defense still holds. The Amazonians and the Spartans. I mean, talk about. I mean, it's cool, right? The Amazonians, obviously a fantasy, like not a real thing. But the Spartans are. So you have that sense of like these elite warriors, one being real and one being fake, and or not necessarily fake, but like story folklore, you know. So very cool. But yeah, they are putting up a great fight, and the oh, look at that. The defenders are making them bleed. Oof. A lot of projectiles are being tossed around. Now the Spartans are sending up pikes. They're sending up heavy pike infantry. So when you see pikes being sent up to the front, oh, this is not a good formation though. Yeah, that was a messy formation with these pikemen, and these warriors here for Gaeti are going to slaughter these pikes. Now I'm seeing a lot of Spartans that I've never noticed before or never seen before. I don't know if this is the Spartan DLC that they just put in with this mod. I'm not really sure, but there we go. Oh, he's breaking them. All right, so that's going to help the Spartans recover. We have the Amazonians sending in some armored infantry. Let's check them out. The Amazonians kind of have that Persian style shield. At least like the design. Uh-oh, look at this flank. The Atlanteans, they've got some militia going in after the archers. Look how fast they can move. Holy crap. They're moving in, and they are going to kill these mercenary Cretan archers. So that was a sneaky play by them, just out of nowhere. It's like watching Chucky, you know, the evil possessed doll, just running, like running with a knife, like just pursuing. I don't know, that's a weird analogy, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, they've silenced these Helot slingers. They gotta do something about that. Now they are breaking, so there we go. They've got some light melee protecting them. And they do break them, but that was a good move by the Atlantean. Very good move. Try to silence them. And look at this, guys. Look at this epic defense by the Etruscans, who are still holding with their hoplites. Again, love the fact that they're using these tiny choke points, and it's helping them a ton. These helmets are awesome, too. You know what's weird is these Etruscans look very realistic. There's something about their armor. Like, there's a lot of, like, mismatching, and I think that brings a lot of realism to it. Let's go back over to this defense here, where we have Amazonian citizen hoplites. These are not going to be great units, as they're like a militia, basically, a citizen hoplite. They probably train on the weekends. You know, they're probably dominantly farmers, but every weekend they do a little drill just so they're competent, you know? Kind of like a militia, you know, in today's standard, you know? Militias are awesome, though. Just like, especially like in America, it's just kind of the story of the militia, you know? There's nothing more epic than citizens, you know, defending their homes. You know, it's just cool. You know, going back to the American Revolution or American independence, just that militia force. That's why militias are so important to America, at least in my eyes today. It's just that American way, you know. We're rebels at heart, and you know, that's why. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, really good fight here. The Amazonians are mixed in with the Trojans, so they got a little support by the Trojans, but yeah, I think it's been tough for them to hold over here, and that's probably why you don't see a lot of players try to hold this position that much. But well, what I was gonna say, the reason they don't is because it's so open on this side that archers can get so many kills. You know, it's such a big problem. But yeah, they still have a good amount of troops holding over here. They've taken many casualties from archer fire, but they still have some solid troops that are going to cause a bit of a problem for the attackers. And remember, it's a time thing. It's not a victory thing. Like, they're not going to win here, and that's okay. It's more about delaying the attackers and weakening them, you know, killing them. And look at this fight over here. I think they're going to win it. I don't know. I mean, we got to look at the reserves that that Atlantis has and then what Gaeti has, but this is looking like a very solid defense from the Spartans and the Amazonians. And we're starting to see some very deadly elite Atlanteans push up into this fight. So that tells me he's dedicating, he's sending in his best of the best. It means he's running out of troops. Well, actually, he's got a good amount of reserves, actually. Wow, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. Some of them are depleted. Oh, these are the elders. Look at this unit. Cultist elders. Look at all these cultists. Man, I didn't know the Atlanteans are so, like, religious cult folk. Anyways, Poseidon's Chosen. Look at that. That's such a sick name. Little did they know their civilization would be shut down by Poseidon. Actually, I don't know the folklore of Atlantis, you know, in terms of the folklore. I mean, some people say Atlantis really did exist, and there's actually a lot of new info coming out. And again, don't take my word for this. Do your own research. But there is evidence of an asteroid that came by. I forgot when exactly, but potentially it hit, I think, the glaciers, like a big glacier, and caused mass flooding. And a lot of ancient civilizations that we just don't know, you know, never knew existed, potentially could have existed, if you get what I'm saying. And they were just washed away by this massive flood. And that's why in a lot of in religious texts, you have a mention of a flood, and yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. Pretty interesting stuff. I've also heard, like, there could have been a people in the Americas before the Native Americans, which is really fascinating. So look it up. Something like ancient civilizations could have developed way sooner than we think. They, you know, like near the Fertile Crescent, like way before that. I didn't know I was going to be talking about this, so I should have, like, refreshed my memory on this stuff, but it's very interesting. I'm sure someone in the comments will know what the hell I'm talking about. But if you don't, then, oh, jeez. Looks like the last of the Amazonians fell there. Anyway, let's get back to the battle, shall we? Alright, so we've got the next layer of defense. We got tower shield, spearmen, and Spartan hoplites. And I've noticed, I mean, the Persians still have a huge army, and they still have a lot of archers, but are they running out of ammo? No, they still have ammo, but they're not using it all. And I would just leave the Persians to deal with this and everybody else push here. Now, the Etruscans have been pushed back, and they're now at their next layer of defense. Oh, did you see that? The guy just, like, classic Rome too. But this is a little awkward of a fight here. I don't know if they're pushing through or what. This must be an accident or something. But we have, oh, I see. There's only 24 Etruscans, that's why. We have the Cretan hoplites who are pushing on this flank. The Etruscans are holding, they moved their hoplites to face this unit. Are they going to send up reinforcements? They are. They're sending in some infantry, some very heavy melee infantry. And they're going to help out. You see, this is what's so cool about trying to hold this position here. It's given the Etruscans the opportunity to hold here, here, and now they're holding here. You cannot do that if the enemy takes control of this area, because they can set up archers up here and fire down. So that's why it's so cool that they're holding up here and they're holding as long as possible, as well as they are. It's a very good plan, in my opinion. I think they're definitely getting a lot out of trying to hold this position. Okay, here comes another I'm sorry. This is archers moving up. We got Etruscan archers moving forward. Now back over here, the fight is still going on, but we're definitely seeing... Well, actually, we have the... look at this. Apollyon Guard. That's awesome. But yeah, the Trojans, they sent in their general. They're falling back. It looks like they're doing some hit and runs. We actually have Sparta pushing forward with the Amazonians. So they are actually, that's a really good sign. And that's, as in, like, that's a good sign for the defenders. When you see the defenders who originally were, like, holding here and are now pushing out, that means they're definitely controlling things. But I don't think this push out is going to be enough to win the day for them, because I'm sure you just saw Kenosis sending over reinforcements to aid Gaeti and Atlantis on this side of the battle. So let's see, where are they? See, that's a Kenosis unit. He's got, oh, even the Persians sent over some archers. We have Athenian archer, or not Athenian, Atlantean archers, my bad. Atlantean archer marines. Some, what is this? Some Poseidon's Chosen. So yeah, I think this is it. They're gonna have to call it quits, and sure enough they are. Look at that, they're falling back. What an epic fight here from both sides, though. This is my favorite thing about siege battles, when two sides just do not want to quit. They just do not want to give up, and look at this struggle that was fought here. Just a bloody battle. And now the keep calling them Athenians, the Atlanteans can push up and take control of this section. And now they are falling back. And this might be, let's see, how far are they going to fall back, though? Because they can't fall back too far, because that's going to leave this flank open to attack where the Etruscans are holding. Now, this is weird. We've got a medium spear unit holding in a square formation. Now you might be thinking, well, maybe the Persians, instead of attacking here, they're just gonna like lock them in. You know, they're just gonna lock them in and hold them back with one unit, and then dedicate everything over on this side. If that's the case, if I was the defenders, then I would push down and attack. You know, if they're not going to fully attack you here, just push down and kill as many as you can. Maybe you can get behind them as they're attacking this way. You know, that's what I would do. But it looks like that's what the Persians are doing. So we'll see how that progresses. Let's go back over here, where it looks like we have the Etruscans, man. Etruscan cohort. They actually have Roman shields. What? That's awesome. The Etruscans, you know, I don't know who's controlling them, but I love the fight in them. They're doing a great job. Just like, it looks like they're holding every choke point. I don't know how many more units they have. They've got to be running low. But they are just holding everywhere and taking so many arrows. And yeah, here comes more arrows. But this is the super heavy melee infantry. The Etruscans sound really awesome in this mod. But yeah, super heavy. That means these arrows are just gonna bounce off. You know, the SpongeBob episode when he's going to the tough bar or whatever, and he like punches that guy and he's like, who threw that piece of paper at me or whatever. That's exactly what's happening. These arrows are hitting these guys, nothing's happening, and they're like, huh, who farted? You know, who threw that piece of paper on me? But yeah, now we got another Etruscan. This is axe infantry. Let's check these guys. Oh, these guys are cool. They got a smaller shield. Makes them lighter. They are actually going around the flank. That's a good move right there. So the Etruscans holding on this side. Now we have the Spartans and the Etruscans holding on this front. Amazonians are regrouping. We got some Amazonian armored infantry. It's a very heavy melee infantry. We have light melee infantry from the Spartans, who are just getting shreked right now. Oh, that guy got shot in the head. Look at that. I went through his head. How are you even alive? Look at, oh, Oh, that sucks.
Orders understood.
But other than this small defense here, they don't really have much holding this choke point. They could always send up more reinforcements, but yeah, looking at the Etruscan army, they've got 3 infantry. One of those is the general, and then he has 2 archers. So he's relatively speaking, he still has a sizable force considering how much he's been fighting. But yeah, it's been fun to watch the Etruscans in this one. So we are less than 20 minutes left in this battle. The balance of power is fairly even. I would say it's ever so slightly... Well, actually, I don't even... I can't tell. I think the attackers are red. So I would say it's pretty even. Maybe the attackers have a slight advantage. I'm not really sure. Uh-oh. Gaps work in both ways. And there we go. Troy's going to prevent that from that little gap advantage there. They're going to reinforce here and protect the gap. They're fighting against the Atlantean Marines. Etruscan heavy hoplites. And there's another gap over here that the Etruscans are going to send in. I think they're axemen. Yeah, the axe infantry to hold these guys back. And we got quite the battle line here. Look at this. This is quite the battle line. Holy crap. This is awesome. All right, we got another Etruscan unit. This is another Etruscan axe infantry. Is the general... Oh. These Etruscan axe infantry are breaking quick. Is the general in this fight? Oh, he is. But he's shifting over to the other choke point. He's got Etruscan heavy hoplites now fighting these Persian brigade. They're actually going to fall back. Uh-oh. And the Trojans charge in their cav, Trojan cav, try to slow down the advancing attackers and kind of protect the Etruscan general as he falls back. So the Etruscans are not quite ready to put down their lives for this defense here just yet. They're going to fall back a little bit more, which is smart. We want to try to spare as many as possible. Again, you're playing for that time. You're playing for the time. So still nothing going on here. Again, they're probably waiting to attack once they really fully commit to this, this attack. Once they commit more of their troops over here, they'll fully commit over on this side and try to break through and potentially get behind them, like I said earlier. And there we go. That's the last of the Etruscans in this defense. And now it looks like the Etruscans are still the front line over here. But he's got his heavy hoplites. Is this 2 units? Yeah, 2 units of heavy hoplites. One of them being the general. They're going to try to put up an epic defense here. They probably will hold for a very long time, because that's what hoplites do. These guys have 105 kills and have only lost 30 men, so that's a very positive kill D. The general has 3 kills, but have lost, they've lost 9 men, so they have a negative kill D, but I'm sure they'll change that very soon. We have the Trojan cav continuously charging in and killing. Well, those are Amazonians. The Amazonians are on his team, but I guess he's just charging into the Marines. He's just trying to slow down the attackers, I assume. Oh, maybe he's trying to get the Spartan general out. I think that's what he's doing. Yeah, again, the Trojan cav. That's clutch. See, I love these battles where the players oftentimes are friends, or they just have really good communication because they're all using a Discord and stuff. You see that stuff all the time. Well, you'll see one faction cav charge in and try to slow down the attackers to save their allies' general. Like, that's just really cool. Okay, and they fall back once again. Will the defenders win here? Well, the time is a ticking. Now, keep in mind, this timer might not be exactly an hour. They could win here. They could not. I'm not sure. But looking at the defenders, they're pretty light. They're pretty light on defenders. I think they just got it. They have to push down here. Are these guys still have ammo? No, they're out of ammo. The Cretan archers. It's weird seeing Cretan archers that aren't mercenaries. The Amazonians are still putting up a great fight here. This is the armored infantry. They are wavering though. They just can't handle it. They're kind of surrounded. And there we go. They break. And that's going to be the last of that defense. Now, this is all that's left of Atlantis. Gaety is also pretty limited. They mostly have archers, it looks like. Really, this is very close. I don't know. This is going to be really close. Gaety, let's see. Persia probably has the biggest army. And here comes another Trojan charge. Oh, heck yes. Oh, hell yeah. HE double hockey sticks. That's a great charge. You guys ever knew anybody who'd say HE double hockey sticks? Dude, just say hell. I mean, come on. Hell. It's just a place, right? And it's called Earth. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, look at this. The Trojans. This is really good. Trojans are actually going to be able to use this defense here. Use this little inner wall. I wish there was more settlements that had things like this. But they're going to get up here and just... Oh, are they getting shot at? Why are they breaking? Well, they're routing. What happened? They must have been getting shot at. But he's got his skirmisher swordsman. That's a cool unit. Kind of throwing down over here. Trying to kill these units of infantry. The defenders are just trying to wither away as many troops as possible. The Etruscans have now set up behind the frontline guardsmen. Again, these Trojans look awesome. Love the helmets. Just like the movie. By the way, guys, I didn't mention this in the intro, but you can download this mod. It's really simple. It's like one download at the Steam Workshop. So be sure to do that, and you can play in battles like these with these really cool, interesting, inspired by myth and legend factions. All right, here we go. I think Atlantis has given the word. Look how cool Atlantis is. The silver in purple. That's such a good color scheme. Got the black, silver, purple, white. It looks so fresh. He's got Marines here, and then he has hoplites here. And hey, tick tock tick. You know, they're running out of time. They got to get going. They need to attack. Just kind of looking around. Sometimes you'll see people push the siege tower all around here. I've done that once. And attack this back wall. It's definitely a possibility. Now we have the Kenosis General, the picked hoplites, just guarding this this ramp and preventing these extra troops from being able to attack. I mean, this could be an opportunity to kill the general. I mean, picked hoplites are very good, but you could kill him. Look at this guy. Is that the general? Look at this general. This guy looks awesome. The beard and the hair. That's sick. Look at his armor. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, but they're just gonna sit here and hold. Now we have Atlantis attacking one of the choke points. This is a very a very weak defense here. The Poseidon Chosen will slaughter these infantry. At least I think so. And I'm just basing that off of names. Poseidon's Chosen? I mean, come on. Doesn't get any better than that. We have the Persians now chasing down the Trojan cav. This is a pretty good move here. I would hold right here. So what I would do is get right here, dismount, use the arrow towers to support you. You probably can kill these guys. The Immortals. Oh, maybe not. The March of the Immortals. This is a really good unit. Are they going to dismount? No. They could try to get one more charge. That would be epic if they dismount and fought. Let's see what they do here. This is gonna be cool. Oh, by the way, the Atlantis is attacking over here, and they're fighting the Etruscans and losing. Nope, the Cav's just gonna leave. Aw, come on. Fight it out. I guess, no, that's not the general. I was gonna say maybe it's the general and that's why. But if they get kicked out here, see what I would have done is like held right here. Use the arrow towers for support. It would have been pretty sweet. But instead, I think what they're gonna do, and this isn't terrible, but they're gonna go all the way over here and get into the gate and defend. It's smart. It's smart. It's not a bad move, but it would have been cool if he held. Etruscan heavy hoplites are quite the match. And now we have the noble swords of Gaiety in the fight. Let's not forget about the Trident Fanatics. I assume they do a lot of support effects, maybe, but they're gonna charge in now. We're gonna see these guys in action. Oh! Oh! The Fanatics are wild. Wet and wild, boys. Wet and wild. Noble swords pushing in.
Attack, sons of Laren!
Trident Fanatics.
Cut them down!
And then over on this side, the Poseidon's Chosen obviously broke through, but now they got to take on the Amazonian Royal Hoplites. This is a battle of elites, and now Atlantis sends in reinforcements. He sends in Marines. There's less than 10 minutes, guys. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in this battle replay. Now we have the Atlantis General. This is the Poseidon's Chosen. I don't know. I think the attackers are. I think they're running out of troops. And look at, all these troops right here who are watching this ramp. They got to go this way because I'm not really seeing a lot of reserves for the attackers.
To arms!
They are dying quickly, and I think the Etruscans are a big reason for that. We'll see. Balance of power is still fairly even, though I would say it's, oh my god, the sliding in this game. I would say that it's slightly in favor of the defenders, which is a great sign for the defenders. Poseidon's Chosen. Let's see if they go in. They need to. Their men are breaking. I mean, yeah, I mean, looking around, like he charged up there. I don't know what he was trying to do. But yeah, looking around, it looks like the only healthy infantry units are the general units. But hey, never underestimate the general units. They can get a lot of kills. Let's see if it's enough, though. Can they win this?
Cut them down!
Atlantis putting up a great fight. We have Persia helping out. The Trojans and the Spartans stand together. Look at this fight. It's so colorful. All these different units. Got the red from the Spartans and the blood. The blue and purple from Atlantis. The orange and green from Persia. The orange and black and gold from Troy. Oh, headshot. I wonder if he got hit markers for that one. Uh-oh, the Etruscans are breaking. The general is breaking. Oh, the general is gone. The Etruscan general has fallen. The Etruscans are down to 1 unit. And man, hey, props to Atlantis. They did a good job of like keeping their army alive. I keep finding more new units. Here comes the elders. They're desperately trying to break through here. Still anyone's game. Certainly still anyone's game. I mean, this is coming down to the wire. I'm looking at what the defenders have, and they might just have enough to hold, but barely. See, I don't know how balanced this mod is, though. I haven't played it myself, which I would love to play some battles here soon, but again, I don't have proper internet. So that's been fun. Ooh. Somebody broke there. The men, so I love how the general is men of Amazonia. You would think the general would be an all-female, you know, because it doesn't. I don't know the complete story of Amazonian like folklore or whatever, if you even want to call it folklore. But it's like a society run by women dominantly, right? Like it's mostly women. They run it. So the men would be like a second-class citizen or something. There we go. Super heavy spear infantry sitting in reserve. They're gonna move out the general. They're kind of cycling him in and out. Is the general a female? I wonder. Well, the standard bearer is. I'm trying to find the general. Is that the general? Okay. Yeah. I think that's the general. So she has a bodyguard of men. Interesting. That makes sense. All right, and Sparta is desperately holding. They also have the support of the Amazonian Royal Hoplites. We're down to 1 minute and 15 seconds now. And the attackers... Oh yeah, look at this. The defenders are pushing because they left this section and they're now because they have no other choice. Or did the Kenosis general die over there? No, he's over here now. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. They waited and now they can push behind the defenders. And I think that's it, guys. With this force coming around the flank, I don't think there's going to be a way these attackers can win. And I think it's just yeah, there's only 30 seconds left in this battle, and I just don't see the attackers breaking all of the defenders in 30 seconds. They have too many solid units holding. It's just not going to happen. Down to the last 10 seconds. And this is going to be a solid defense. A solid victory for the defenders. And I think they played this perfectly. I mean, the fighting over here. Look at the carnage Look at all the bodies over here. Just absolute carnage. The fighting over here was also very intense. You know, the ramp. The Etruscans did such a good job. Let's end this replay and see. So Genesis, I think he's the one who's actually creates the mod. He was playing as the Etruscans. Makes sense. I mean, he knows the mod very well. So very cool. Now Joe was the Athenians. Joe technically, so this was Genesis's replay, but this was given to me by Joe. So shout out to both of them. Yeah, really cool fight. It was a lot of fun. I wonder if Atlantis makes a better defensive faction than an attacking faction. I'm not really sure. I got to learn these factions. But yeah, that was a great battle. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. Of course, you can support the channel by leaving a like. There's also some links down in the video description. One is to a game store and the other is to Displate Metal Posters. And that, of course, supports my channel when you make some purchases using those links. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this battle. I think I already said that. Enjoyed this battle as much as I did. But thank you so much, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.